Hey guys, this is Call It a Night. We are here on Radio Row, and that means we get to talk to the biggest stars, the best names in football and beyond. And now we are so thrilled to be joined by former Super Bowl champion. I guess you're still a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, I think once
forever.
you win one, you
right.
are. Yeah.
You can't get it
Okay.
taken away. Yeah. We got Marshall Faulk here today. And what's it like? You know, you come back here, you're doing the media thing right now, but what's it when you're here for the week as a player? Take us through what that moment
So this
like.
this is our big event. It's like the biggest camaraderie party that there is. We get to see each other, fraternize with each other. We have dinner. We tell old stories. We
Right.
talk about playing against one another, and it's our big event to an NFL season. It all culminates into this game that we're going to get a chance to see on Sunday. So I enjoy it. I love it. I love coming and see the guys. I love getting a chance to do this stuff and be on Radio Row. And, I mean, to do enough interviews here, you could spend a whole week here and not get everybody done. So it's just good to see the fandom behind the game.
So when you watch the Super Bowl now, you know, when you're not in the game, do you get the feelings of what it was like being in that game? Are you reminded of winning it?
I do. I think about it's funny. So when I'm watching the game, it's like the national anthem. I remember, and I still kind of my heart beat starts to race a little bit, and I get little sweaty palms, and then I put myself in the mind frame of where they are at. Like what did they eat last night? What were they thinking last night? Knowing that you get a chance to play in the last game, and the beauty of our game is there's no game 6, there's no game 5. This is it. You have to win this one, and you only get this one to play to be a champion. So wondering what they are thinking, because I know what I was thinking and what was going through my head.
What was going through your head?
Oh, that this was my chance to be a champion. I had never won at football ever in my life. I'd won a championship in basketball, baseball. I had won in track, but I never won in football.
Good resume there.
I know, but I never won in football. Okay. So this was my chance.
So for us mere mortals who are hanging out watching the game, what would winning the Super Bowl be like for a regular person?
I don't. That's a good question.
Like what would that compare to? Is that like winning? I guess would be like winning. Wouldn't be like winning the lottery because you have to put a lot of work.
It would be like winning the lottery because
working your whole life to win the lottery, right?
In a sense, but winning the Super Bowl to a person that didn't if you didn't play, if you haven't been through the grind of what it take to get there, then it's like winning the lottery. It's like getting a lot of money and you didn't really work for it.
Yeah, I guess it would be really difficult to have an analogy because
it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard, and then the payoff's great, or the payoff is really bad if you're the Titans in 2000
It's always tough to be the loser. Yeah. Always.
Okay, but you guys, fastest show on turf, so explosive, such an incredible offense. How would you compare your team then to what we've seen from Kansas City this year?
Kansas City they're a phenomenal team, and I don't think it's fair for them to be compared to us or us to be compared to them, but it looks similar because, football for us was fun. And when you watch them, it's like they make people think at home, that looks fun. I could go do that. Like the guys on the other side aren't getting paid to tackle and hit them. So when I look at it, I think about that. But for the most part, man, those guys are so fast. Mm-hmm. They're so talented, and what they do at the quarterback position, as mobile as Mahomes is, getting out of the pocket, it's a nightmare. I had Kurt Warner, and Kurt was accurate. He was, really, really good. Yeah. But to do what this guy does on the run, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's so exciting watching.
It is.
And there's another player very exciting to watch, Christian McCaffrey from the Panthers. He recorded the 1,000 club that you're in.
He did. He's in.
And rushing yards. And you tweeted, welcome to this very exclusive club. How difficult really is it to achieve that status?
Here's what I'm going to say. This game is about stats. And every time you find one, people talk about it. They're enamored with it. They come up with a stat for anything.
Yeah.
It's so hard, people don't even talk about it because it's that rare.
Yeah.
You'll hear it mentioned when, this guy might be, he's a good dual threat. Roger Craig did it. I did it. And Christian McCaffrey in the history of the game.
Yeah, this is in one season, too. I was looking at it.
In the history of the game, rush for 1,000, receive for 1,000. In the history of the game,
Okay.
3 guys.
So then looking forward, one player you could see right now that maybe could have potential to join that club.
Alvin Kamara.
Okay. Yeah.
He has what it takes. I think he's the next guy. And when guys start putting it on their radar, like I could tell it was on Christian McCaffrey's radar. And the funny part is, he had Norv Turner as his offensive coordinator. Norv Turner had LaDainian Tomlinson close when he was in his offense.
Wow, okay.
So I know it was on his radar, and boy, he got it done this year.
And speaking of exclusive clubs getting number 28 retired, what's that like?
Acknowledgement. You play a team game, and everything that we do, it's about team. But to have your number retired, it's just an honor that you can't really put it into words. You grow up thinking about all the fun things that you'll do, but you never think about being honored in a way that your number will be retired. I mean, it's like, wow, you're retiring my number?
Like, I must have done something
I mean, yeah, it's just it's such a great feeling to know that your number is getting retired.
Yes, you're just so widely respected. Now, you are here, obviously answering the hard-hitting questions from me on Call It a Night, but you are promoting.
Yes.
Tell us what you're here talking about.
The Foundation for Drug-Free World. And what we do is we go out and we provide information and education to kids and parents about the effects of drugs. Drugs nowadays, it's cool. Like they've made it to where it's cool to do drugs. And who wants to make it cool? We're fighting the fight. We're out here making sure that people understand, they're educated, and for all the families out there whom are fighting the fight, we have drugfreeworld.org. You can go and get the information, educate yourself, and help your family, and know that you're not alone.
Awesome. Okay, so now before we finish, speaking of education, we want to play a little game called Faulk U, like Faulk University.
All right.
Okay? We want you to just put your hand in, and you're going to have a question, and then you just answer it, okay?
All right.
Okay, what's this question?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Tough.
Man, I am going to say a hot dog is a hot dog.
Yeah, that was the right answer. What else do we got? What other questions are we learning at Faulk U?
Here we go. Let's see. Did you have pre-game rituals or superstitions? I am going to say, if you know that I'm from New Orleans and you understand everything about New Orleans, yes and yes. Superstitions and rituals.
So you had a voodoo doll.
Superstitions and rituals.
Awesome. I mean, why wouldn't you? Okay, we got 2 more. Let's see. What do we got? Faulk U. What are we learning right now?
All right, here we go. Funniest teammate you've ever had. Oh, man, who was the funniest? Who made me laugh the most? I am going to say when I played for the Rams, it was a guy named Jeff Scanina.
Okay.
He was the biggest prankster there was. And when I played for the Colts, and it's funny that both of these guys are like big defensive linemen. Tony Saragusa.
Oh, I could see that.
Oh, Goose was hilarious.
Actually, one more. You mentioned a prank, the guys that do pranks. What was the best prank you saw from those guys?
The best prank that I saw was my rookie year. We had a rookie. This is when hazing was allowed. We had a rookie who would not sing. He would not bring his donuts or anything like that. So he was asleep. They put a padlock on his door, locked him in his room. He missed the whole morning session of practice and got fined.
No, that's so mean.
And so I finally told him, I said, now, is that fine worth a dozen of donuts and maybe standing up singing?
Thank you so much, Marshall, here for being with us here today. We have got a whole lot more to come on Call It a Night. Don't go anywhere.